Hello and welcome to my channel. This week's video, as promised, is a trip to Liberty in Regent Street, London. I went there last week and I visited the fourth floor. They've got this little exhibition focusing on 3 of their print collections. It's really quite interesting. Whilst I was there, I did a tiny bit of filming around the store. It's not a long video, but I hope you'll find it interesting. And then at the end, afterwards, I'll come back and I'll talk about some new Liberty prints that I've had delivered this week, and I'm going to show them to you. Let's begin. So I visited Liberty on a really grey February day, but it totally cheered me up. They had all their Easter eggs on display on the ground floor at the Carnaby Street entrance. Just absolutely glorious, so pretty, so beautiful. I also had a look in the central atrium. I was looking at handbags, which was rather lovely, and had a quick walk around the central atrium there, and then made my way up to the haberdashery department, which is what I always do first, to look at the craft cottons, the haberdashery craft accessories, all the lovely sewing boxes in Loden there, I think, and the mini suitcases, which are lovely. I still don't own one of these. I hope to one day. They are rather gorgeous. I had this lovely tote bag, this lovely canvas tote bag with leather handles that I was quite tempted to buy. Be quite useful. I didn't get one, but I might do in the near future. And I was wondering, has anybody made this this cowboy shirt, this Liberty pattern? It's rather nice. Let me know. Lovely pin cushions. I do love their accessories. And then next door, I went and checked out the Tana Lawns, obviously. I couldn't go without looking at those. Betsy, Capel, Wiltshire, Margaret Annie, Carline Rose, in all their glorious colourways. And I also had a look at the Liberty Kaleidoscope collection, which is their most recent spring-summer collection, which you'll know if you've seen my previous video. On to Print in Focus, focusing on 3 ranges. This is the May Morris Art of Crafts range, which is inspired by William Morris and May Morris prints. A lot of these here, some are on Tana Lawn, some are on silk bases. They are beautiful. I have been lucky enough to collaborate with the William Morris Gallery on a range using these prints, and this is the tote bag that I made with them for Liberty, and it's actually in store there now. And then I've got a few of the prints in close up. This is May's Orchard, which is the key print for the collection, and then we have Finesse in 2 colourways, Tulip Flourish, beautiful, and then I think this is my most favourite, Seagrass, in these beautiful shades of blue. It's particularly nice, and Willow Wood in beautiful teal and pink. And then the last 2, Standen. These are really striking, these 2 prints, and the final one is March. Moving on to the second collection that they cover in this little exhibition, Future Liberty. Basically, they've explored the archives, and they've been inspired by artistic movements such as Futurism and the avant-garde. And I think it's resulted in quite an interesting sort of painterly collection. It's kind of abstract and it's graphic. It's very colourful. And they've drawn on lots of archive prints from the 1960s, and also more recently they've reworked them and recoloured them, and it's a beautiful range. And this is their gala dress in one of their prints on silk. The third collection is actually a collaborative collection with the Dutch graphic designer Karel Martens, and basically the Liberty designers have designed a collection using his hand-printed monoprints as a starting point, I guess, and he has curated it, and you can see the results of it in store here. It's very striking, very stunning, and very colourful. I've actually put a link to his Wikipedia page so you can read a bit more about him, because he's quite an interesting person. Here are some of the storyboards and some more of the prints in the range. I hadn't seen this before, and it was really great to see it in store and to see all the drapes and installations that they've done.
here's another of the installations. I think this was a little work area for events that they created. Very interesting. And I couldn't leave without looking at these. They've done a classics edit. So these are classics like Poppy and Daisy, Margaret Annie Thorpe and Capel, for example. And they've selected specific colourways, which are stunning. Some I hadn't seen before, again, really interesting. So before I left, I did a little whiz around the store. So here are a few clips. This is the atrium from the 4th floor. And then I went into the interiors department to look at some of the lovely Coca and Wolf bedding. It is to die for, with those contrasting use of prints and frill trims. I also particularly like the table linen that they do, or the table runners, placemats, and I think that they have napkins as well. Lovely. And again, I think this is Coco and Wolf, and they've got the combination of the Betsy with the Capel in that pretty pink colourway. And randomly, Liberty Nespresso collaboration, which looks great. Here are some lovely wash bags and candles. Has anybody bought a Liberty candle? I've never bought one. I'd be interested to know what they're like. They look great. And I haven't bought one myself yet. And then I had a quick look around the ready-to-wear collection, where they have a range of sort of key pieces, I'd call them, in lots of their Tana lawns. I do plan to make myself a pair of Tana lawn pyjamas, actually, but that's for the future. I hope you enjoyed that and found it interesting. As I said, I've had a few new fabrics in the studio this week, and I was just going to unbox. This has come from Liberty, and I've waited until now to unbox it. I do love the way it says Liberty on the inside of a very ordinary cardboard box. So I've ordered one print in 2 colourways for it's for a wholesale order that I'm doing for a client, and it's the same print, and it's Mitzi, and it's in blue and pink. It's rather gorgeous. So that's something that I'll be working on this week coming up. So that came in this week from Liberty. And then I did a video a few months ago, I don't know if you remember, quite a lot of people watched it, about where to get Liberty prints and the best places to buy them. And I think, as I said, I buy them from lots of different places for lots of reasons. And I ordered from 2 of my other suppliers this week. One is Sewbox. I ordered this lovely Betsy mid pink and Poppy and Daisy. This shade, colourway, I think is discontinued, so I got lots of it anyway. And I had a note from Susan at Sewbox reminding me that the Stitch Festival is on at the Business Design Centre in Islington on the 21st to the 24th of March, and I will be going. Is anybody else going? I have been before. It's usually great, and I usually end up spending far too much money, but I have a great time. The other thing is I always get a little freebie. She always puts some buttons in. So I've got these really lovely yellow buttons. I've got quite a stash of buttons from Sewbox. Thank you. The other company that I would have mentioned before that I order from that are great are Billow Fabrics, and if you order over a certain amount you get discounts, and the discounts I think are quite generous for normal retail shopping. And I have 4 prints that came in from them this week. These are prints I sell in my range. I just needed to replenish. So Capel in that mustard colour, bestseller. Capel in that pale pink colour, and then Wiltshire in pink. It's all very pink appropriately, and Betsy Ann pink. And the great thing about Willow, apart from the fact that they do discounts, is that she always puts a swatch in. This is so cool. Look at this. So you get a little swatch. These are a couple of the swatches I've had recently. So I've got loads of them. So I've got a really nice swatch collection of Liberty prints from Billow Fabrics. So thank you, Billow Fabrics.
Anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I'd love to hear your comments, and please subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss any future content. And that's all for now, and I will see you next week. Bye.